And what size?
This one's from Jeremy in Wisconsin. And it says, Tuffy brand coffee is the best coffee in the world. Thanks for the grift.
Anyway, I'm going to find out who this quartering character is. And when I do, he's going to get a bit of the old isotope treatment.
Went from loathing Brie Larson to being the unofficial #1 fan site for Brie Larson.
How about a handshake? You're going to give me your jacket, your helmet, and your motorcycle, and in return, I'm going to let you keep your hand.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday, ladies. How are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Doing good. Happy about Estrocast. Where's your
Yes.
green,
Best
Jeremy?
week. Yeah,
Where's
seriously, Jeremy.
Well,
Why
you
do you
guys
do
didn't
this?
tell me. I mean, I don't think I have.
Sure.
I don't think I have much green. I'm much more of an autumn. I don't wear a lot of.
That's true. You are an autumn.
Yeah,
true.
so I don't think I have. I think I might have a random green Carhartt hoodie around someday, but you know,
And
if
you
only
chose
I had
not
known.
to wear it, even though we specifically said on Tuesday we're wearing green.
Well, I saw this hat and I was like, I forgot about this hat that I had, and then what shirt goes good with this hat, and so
Oh,
We're just your
like-
backup dancers. I get it.
yeah.
Well,
Melody,
yeah.
is there a cat in your chair?
Yes, I have to share my chair with
There's
them
another
right
one
now.
behind you. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
you're-
And then my dog. Yeah, the fam is here.
the gang's all here. I love
A
it.
shout out. Yeah, lots to talk about today. Pretty interesting. I'm tracking. There's an active shooter at Augusta Mall in Georgia right now. I don't know what that means anymore.
Oh no.
I used to think like if somebody said active shooter, I thought, oh, it was a school shooting or something like that.
Mhm.
Now everybody uses active shooter for everything. And when I see it's in a big city, when I see it set out. I'm like, I immediately think it's like some sort of gang violence or something like that before I think of that it's, you know, so I'm watching it.
It's kind of evolved from like shots fired to everything is active shooter.
Yeah, it's kind of like casualties. It's technically correct. Like when they're like 17 casualties, people think 17 people are dead, but technically casualties is injured. Okay. So everyone just uses casualties because this is more clickbaity. Active shooter, more clickbaity. Like 9 times out of 10, it ends up just being one dude, you know, like 2 people shooting each other or some shit. And they're like, I don't really view that as an active shooter. I get that it is. Yeah. But so everyone sees that and they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, let's see what's going on here. Big news about autism yesterday. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think it's pretty great that we found out what causes autism so they can cure it. But in bad news, I'm going to lose most of my followers.
Oh, yeah, right. They're all dead.
No, they're all. See, here's the thing is because I'm so homeschooled, I think that autistic people relate a lot to me because they think I'm autistic too, but it's just I'm homeschooled.
Shots fired at all homeschool people. Melanie's like all of us.
I can say that, and we know this. We know we're weird, so it's like, yeah, it's a crossover.
She can say it. We can't. We went to. It's like her N-word.
But like the backlash to this announcement is so weird to me. Like, did you see that apparently there were some women like filming themselves, like pregnant women filming
I've got that.
Taking
it?
Like,
so
what?
Here we have, you know, a very, very, very normal reaction to hearing that. Like, well, I'll just show this first. I mean, I have a take on it. I mean, obviously TDS is a real thing. Like I shared this, giving my baby autism to own Drumpf. Like, that's what they're doing.
Wow.
They're like, here's me, a pregnant woman, taking Tylenol because I believe in science. By the way, I don't actually believe she takes it. First of all, nobody takes a single Tylenol. And second of all, like...
You don't take a single...
You do.
I do, but because I'm really... Actually, before this, I was always like... I've always been weird about, like, I don't know. I get nervous about it for whatever reason.
I don't...
You're a huge
like,
man, so it's different.
Easy. I mean,
like you're tall. Like
you're a huge, large, massive.
You're
man.
a gigantic fat ass. You must have immense body pain,
weight, Jeremy.
And therefore, because you're so fat and you have so much pain from moving your girth from one spot to the other, you must have to take handfuls of Tylenol. I get it. I heard what you said.
Look, we're on your fitness era, and being nice to you doesn't work. We got to be mean to you.
Yeah. So she like takes it, but there's like, again, like my thing is like, there's dozens of these videos, by the way, and
this is weird. It's like those people who thought that they were owning the MAGA just by getting the booster shots and stuff, knowing that more was coming out about the side effects and all of that. It's like that little kid who's throwing a tantrum and punches himself in the face to make you mad. It's like you're hurting yourself. What are you doing here?
Right.
I mean,
weird that they're all being like, it's like all the reporting on it goes back and forth. They're like, they're not citing studies, and then it'll be like, here's a study from Mount Sinai, like a reputable hospital.
It was a Harvard study, wasn't it?
Harvard study, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I told you weeks ago. Oh yeah, I remember being nervous about it because I had seen a study linking it to ADHD, not autism. Like then they're like, well, they're not replicated studies, so it's not enough. But with pregnancy, like they're over, and not that they shouldn't be, but they're overly cautious about all kinds of things. Like you're not supposed to eat deli meat. I was advised not to eat bagged, like the salad kits you can get, because the off chance that there could be listeria in them. Like
they say that about like sushi and all that kind of stuff, right?
That's how all pregnancy medicine operates. They're like, there is a chance, so don't take the risk. So if you knew there was a chance that your baby could have an issue if you took a medication, shouldn't you have the option to know? Like, why are we freaking out about this? I don't. Seems weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like, I would assume if it's connected, it's probably like, I know people. You guys probably both know people. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe just a fat guy thing.
People who wear orange thing. People think they're too good for green.
Yeah. So people who wear the correct colors for the season. Yeah. There are people who I know that just like take handfuls of like Tylenol and Advil like all the time. Like I
I knew a
have
girl who did that.
Yeah, I have a family member that has a really bad drinking problem. And then he also like, I remember we were at like breakfast once and he was like hungover and I don't know how many he took. He probably took like 7 or 8. I'm like, bro, you know how hard that is on your liver on top of the fact that like you're already like, I just know people that take it every day. And I wonder if it's like, hey, maybe I'm sure people aren't taking Tylenol a single time and giving their baby autism. Like that probably doesn't work.
Yeah, I doubt it's that, but that's the thing. When this kid is born and gets old enough to watch this TikTok video, they're probably going to be mad. Like, you just heard this news and then you started taking Tylenol and you were pregnant with me? What?
She's going to be like, no, honey, I had to prove Trump wrong. So it's weird. Like I said, like a lot of medical advice when you're pregnant is like, don't take the risk, you know, on the off chance, like for everything. So again, like this is the people who are freaking out, the same people that are like, my body, my choice, and I should be able to be informed and have the information. I actually agree with being informed. I think it's good that you have the information. We now give you some information that might suggest something. Trump said like, don't take it, but he's not taking it off the shelves. He's not going to card pregnant women. They're not going to be like not allowed to buy it. Like if you want.
Oh, big Tylenol got her.
Oh, big Tylenol.
Yeah. Oh, wow. She's gone for longer than... Oh, wow.
They're really...
Censorship. This is big Tylenol. Keep me quiet.
That's what we said. Yeah, go on. What were you saying?
What did I say last? Because I ranted there and got cut off. I think that the thing is, it's not like Trump is like, because of this study, we are removing Tylenol from all shelves and you'll never be able to get it. You know, like if you want to take Tylenol, that's fine. Do it. But I think you should have the option to know the risks. That's like, I don't know. That was my big experience when I was pregnant. Like you can say no to a lot of stuff, but they'll just tell you like, well, here's the risk or here's why we want you to do it or whatever. I think you should know that potentially if you take a medication, there's some indication there could be something. It's not a guarantee, but make your informed decision. I thought that was what the left wanted, informed decision making.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, the whole thing is just bonkers. I mean, this is how we're going to react to stuff is like I need to consume more. I need to like do more whatever, like I need to take more pills. Like these people are unfixable. Yeah. I guess it's almost like there are a lot of people that I guess you could maybe equate it to like, I don't even know how I could even say this is the same thing. Like the people that didn't think it would be like, oh, I don't believe COVID is real. So I'm going to have like people with COVID cough on me. It's like, why would you even take the risk? Like you're not really proving anything. Yeah, it wasn't a great example. It wasn't a great example.
I'm just saying I'm a little guilty of that. But I knew COVID was I knew it was a thing, but I knew it wasn't as
they were at least sick.
Because like my mom got COVID first when we were visiting for Thanksgiving. And yeah,
you guys had like a COVID part, like the way people used to have chickenpox parties, right?
We did. We had a COVID party. So I was like, so I was taking care of mom while she was sick. And I was like, hey, I might as well get COVID. So I slept in the same bed as her and I got COVID.
You're like, give me those antibodies, lady.
Yep. So I was like,
I mean, like,
let's see what all the fuss is about. And people were so mad on the internet that I didn't die because I didn't get the vaccine or anything. So they were like,
also, if you had some sort of like immuno issue, if you were health compromised another way, I'm sure you would have behaved differently.
Oh,
like,
exactly.
You're allowed to take whatever risks you want in this scenario, especially because you are young and healthy and can do all kinds, like, you know what I mean? Like you were going to recover, you know, and that's great.
Right.
That's wonderful.
And I knew that I would. That's the thing. If I thought that this actually had some sort of risk for me, but I knew it didn't. I mean, you looked at even the statistics and all of that it was really just was just hurting people who were older, immunocompromised, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, this is gonna be fine. I don't need no vaccine. I can handle this. So
the most compelling post I saw yesterday about like because they keep saying Tylenol, but it's like acetaminophen generally. Like if you got a generic store brand version of it, I assume it's the same thing. But the most compelling post I saw
Poor
was
Trump had never said that word before. I was like, you're standing in front of the whole world and no one told you how to say it as now I'm going to say acetaminophen.
Well, that's because he's fancy and can buy name brand always, like that's
he just didn't want to say the word Tylenol because it would be he didn't want to get sued. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and also like I said, it's like it's not like you can buy acetaminophen from your local grocery store brand and skip this. I assume the risk remains the same. But the most compelling post I saw yesterday was someone saying like, I don't think telling pregnant women that both forms of over-the-counter, I wish I could quote it verbatim, over-the-counter pain relief are dangerous to them. Like that seems like it will deter them from having children. And I get that. Like it is kind of hard to be like, yeah, if you have any kind of pain during pregnancy, tough it out. Like maybe not the best marketing tactic. On the other hand, I still think they should know. They should know whatever potential risks they are. If they're being told they can't have soft cheese and deli meat, you might as well tell them anything else that's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like Trump was like, he wasn't calling for a ban. And all the way, they also like completely nobody's talking about the vaccine schedule, which is really probably what I want to talk about,
Isn't it
RFK brought it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, he did.
And we've been questioning if vaccines were some of the vaccinations were causing autism, but people are scared to have these conversations because you're called an anti-vaxxer, and that's become the really stigmatized thing. But yeah, I think it's what it's looking like is a combination of the Tylenol and the vaccines or something like that. So I mean, it's good to have these conversations. It is, and nobody here is saying that kids shouldn't get any vaccines, but it is good to have these conversations and look into these things and see if there is a link for sure.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you want people to be able to make these informed decisions? Like if that's something they're scared about, not taking Tylenol during pregnancy is an easy sort of way to be like, well, I'm doing the best I can. Like if you're not concerned about the risk, you take the Tylenol. Okay. If you are, this is more information for you to make in an informed way. Like I think that there's a little bit of like overzealous anger about this. In fact, I feel like they're making everything into a bigger deal. And then of course I did see that post, you guys probably saw too, where like whatever autism advocacy group is saying like, you don't need to cure autism.
Oh, I know, right?
Which like
mental retardation doesn't need to be fixed. Yeah, okay, that's why we call it retardation. Like we have a whole, treatment system about it. I also saw one of the most hilariously ghoulish things too was like the article in the Daily Mail today. I was like, I'm an autism expert. Or wait, where was this? I think I had it. I think I tweeted it out. Yeah. Here. I'm the doctor on the cusp of an autism breakthrough. We're using an everyday $2.50 pill to reverse children's symptoms. It's like, oh, first we're going to give your kids autism, and then we're going to sell you the pill to fix it. Get fucked.
Interesting scheme there. I mean, I think one of the problems with being like, it doesn't need to be cured. Like you can have a wonderful, lovely child or person with autism in your life and you love them and they're successful. But, I think because so many people online declare themselves like autistic or on the spectrum, they forget that like there can be profound autism that is nobody
gives a shit about you're like 1% on the spectrum.
Exactly.
We're talking about the people that are nonverbal in a fucking wheelchair for their entire life and a brutal financial burden and emotional I don't want to say burden, but the financial part of it is very real, and the emotional challenges. Like I went to school with an autistic girl. I remember one time she like screamed at me because I was tapping my pencil. I remember that, and then like I kind of learned about autism after that. And she actually ended up at the same college as me, which was crazy.
Wow.
But like she was in the chair and she had a full-time assistant. Her college degree is technically worthless. You know what I mean? Like she
Right.
has no real life to live. And, you know, it sucks. Like if you've seen real autism, it's not like a thing that people think is no big deal. But society, like Hannah Claire said, like TikTok LARPers try to make it like a cool thing that, you know, to normalize it. And it's like, you're not a bad person if you have autism. In fact, you didn't control any of that. It's not your fault at all.
Well, some of these people have made autism their whole personality too, and those are usually ones who are just have just a small little touch of it, or I question if some of them even have it at all. They just think any sort of quirky personality equals autism, and then they want to make a whole personality out of it. Meanwhile, there are people who actually have autism and they are having to navigate the challenges of society with that autism, and for them, while, you know, many people are making the best of it and doing great things, and they're still great people, but they're still like they still have to struggle with that and to act like, oh, this is just some fun personality trait, when there are people who it's making their life harder, you know?
Yeah, if you had someone whose life was really, really impacted by their autism, do you think they would be like, no, we don't want to be cured? Maybe some of them would, but I suspect a lot of people would want relief from some of the challenges. Like,
By the way, shout out to Rumble. We're at like 40,000 people on Rumble right now.
That's
and like people are showing the love in chat. Hip Hop Patriot says, respect the quartering stream, fight. Shout out. J Rig says, the party of trust in science is of course now opposed to science when Trump is relying on the latest science. Enjoying the show with a cup of coffee brand coffee dark roast. Waiting for my bag of Kona to arrive. Yes, we have a few more bags of Kona coming out. I think we'll send an email soon.
Kona is Hawaiian coffee, right?
Yeah.
So it's like made in America coffee, technically.
It's the only coffee that's really made in America. Yeah. And it's very good, but it's also very expensive. Like $70 a bag, you know?
Wow.
Even I don't get high off my own supply. Like when we roast 250 bags, I take one. And it's like a treat for me. I don't drink it every day because that would be, you know, expensive. By the way, that's
like,
for,
you
that's
know
for like
how to say
7 ounces.
acetaminophen because you've only ever bought Tylenol, babe.
Yeah, that's like that's also for 7 ounces too. That's not even like a full 12 ounce that most coffee bags are. That's not my pricing. If you go look at anyone else, it's just as expensive. Sin says, modern society is desperate to be a victim in some way to fit in with the left. The left says anyone with a normal life is bad because they have privilege and power, therefore they don't deserve a voice. Yeah, it is awfully convenient. And then Quinarian says, question from Melanie. Have you heard that the rapture is projected to be today? I have heard that too.
It's just another bogus thing. I'm like, I get asked that a lot.
Remember when they said the world was going to end? Like the Mayan calendar ended, and so therefore the world is going to end.
Yeah,
Melanie,
so apparently, Oh, go ahead.
You do a video. There are a bunch of people making like advice for like the rapture, like don't to hold on to anything when you get sucked up and like all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
Can
my
you do a video reacting
goodness.
to rapture advice?
You know
Because
what's funny is I don't even believe in a rapture. I believe I believe the Bible tells us, you know, when Jesus Christ returns, there's no actual rapture that takes place in the Bible. It's not there. It's clearly Jesus will, and some people, hopefully I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, great, but I don't think so. Like there is no rapture instance described in the Bible. It's after tribulation. Jesus Christ is going to return and is going to restore the dead people's bodies, right? But there's not going to be a rapture and then Jesus return again. Like Jesus is returning once, like
just the one time.
Yeah, just the one time. But I think that the rapture is a very comforting cope. That's my opinion. Again, if I'm wrong, great. But I don't think that I am. You can't find a Bible verse that describes the rapture because it's just not there. People have to misconstrue things. But
there's a rapture episode of American Dad that's pretty genius. Over on YouTube, some chats from Nephilim. Solution to all problems: just have Trump come out on a random address and have him talk about how much he loves air and breathing. Easy win. A. Steinman says, I have arthritis in my lower back. I deal with it by stretching in the morning. If it gets bad enough, I will take a leave or an naproxen. Otherwise, I just deal with it. Well, look, I'm not about, even though I look pregnant, I'm not about to tell pregnant women what they should or shouldn't do, what their pain threshold should or shouldn't be. But I will say we have a pill popping culture, and stretching and yoga and massage is like a real thing. I just bought a massage table for my house. It was $200. And, you know, here's some more family lore. We're like both going to learn how to do massage, so then we can just do massages here in like a massage chair and like, or massage table. And, cause it's just like
quartering.
I know it's a good hobby. But I mean, like, massage goes a long way. I believe in massage more than I believe in chiropractic. You know, like I had a really bad sciatic nerve thing where my right arm and my right thumb were numb every time I would stand up or sit down, like flex that joint. And like, I just went to a masseuse for like, I went like 3 times a week for 2 weeks, and it went away forever. Like, she just was able to, and I just remember like,
huge difference.
Yeah, she was just like, I said, just work on this. It's basically like right above your butt cheek. And it hurt like hell, but I was just like, God, you know, it hurts kind of good. So I'm just, just get in there and get it out, you know? And then it's been fine ever since. I'm not saying chiropractors are bad. I'm just saying people don't explore other options.
Well, I think Americans associate like massage and acupuncture either with hippiness or like wealthy woman spa culture, you know? Like, you can only get a massage if you're like, you know, in your Lululemon yoga pants and your billionaire husband's paying for it. And I think that's kind of. Oh no,
we have a lady that will come to our house for $100 for 2 hours. I mean, it's cash.
Her name Phoebe Buffet. Is she from the show Friends?
No, she's like Slovenian or something like that. But like, it's not a rich person thing. Now, getting 3 of them in a week is expensive. Right. Going to a 4 Seasons is expensive, but like, my wife is a member of this. I won't shout them out because they're mediocre, but like, there are like massage clubs that you can, or like, you know, where you get like a membership, and it's not very expensive. And, you know, you just go to this place, and it's not,
well,
you know, they don't have all the
like
fancy
see
stuff.
Specialists and like get, you know, prescription strength painkillers and stuff like that. Like, if you're going to spend the money, there are a lot of options. I think people forget about.
Acupuncture too is something, you know, people could try. My sister, you know, she uses it instead of pain medicine, and she seems pretty happy about it. Weird Robot says, can you recap the announcement for those of us who don't live online? Basically Trump and RFK came out and basically, it wasn't any bombshells. It was like, hey, you know, maybe we need to consider whatever, you know, Tylenol use, acetaminophen use, and the vaccine schedule, which we all have been saying anyway.
Like warnings to labels of acetaminophen, like if you're pregnant, you know, proceed with caution kind of thing. It's not that crazy, and the big thing is they are citing studies that are older, but that, again, we talked about this, like, that's because a lot of the information was out there and just not really being talked about. So I don't know if that's helpful.
Well, I wonder why, Hannah Claire. Could it have been, you know, do you remember famously the people that made Roundup? They put out like a study that said Roundup was safe to consume, but it turned out it was like funded by the Roundup people. That was a huge scandal. What was it? Roundup.
Like the pesticide?
Yeah.
Or weed killer. That's what it is.
Yeah. I think it was Roundup. But like, there were all these like anonymous studies coming. I maybe Chad could bail me out on who it was. I thought it was Roundup, where they're like, oh yeah, it's totally safe. And then I found out, oh, well, it was funded by the same company that makes the product. The study was. So like, individual studies can be bought. I mean, didn't Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell's dad own like all these scientific publishing magazines? I'm pretty sure that was also true. I'm dropping some crazy tinfoil stuff here, but I'm pretty sure Rumble, somebody in chat bailed me out. Yes, Monsanto. Yes, I was right. Yeah, so Monsanto they got in trouble for basically publishing. So it was Roundup. Yes, Jeremy. Yeah, Monsanto. Yeah. So I'm all over the place. But what I'm saying is each individual study, it seems like every major drug company has some company on the speed dial that they can be like, well, we want you to put out a study that says this. Like, here's the conclusion. We want you to fill in the gaps, and the same is probably true for the negative, but I think it's important that people have the knowledge. And there's like literally, I mean, can you imagine if Trump was like, injecting urine into your eyeballs is actually is terrible. Like, would these people be doing that? I don't understand. Michael Luna says, I've been a massage therapist for the last 13 years, located in Exeter, New Hampshire. It's great for self-care. Yeah. I used to be weird about it because, like, as a gigantic fat man, as Hannah Claire pointed out, it's a little weird, like, undressing. But, like, I just make sure to get, like, an old lady to do it. And then there's, like, because, girls don't have to worry about this. But guys, I won't say, but guys know what I'm talking about. There's a big fear for guys that when they go to the massage place, you don't want to happen. And like, that was one of my biggest fears. And I was like, well, I don't want to get a massage. And then, so, but anyway, then I just made sure to pick like an old lady. And I was like, oh, it's not a problem now. I'm not worried about that or whatever.
I think the big challenge for Trump and RFK was the fact that, like, they're going to do literally anything, and everyone who doesn't like them is primed to be like, this is ridiculous. But the major point of their statement was like, we want to issue warnings. We believe there is a link between acetaminophen use in pregnancy and with infants and autism, and we want to support families more. And so for a while, I was like, we saw a lot of outlets publishing, this is what you're going to expect. They're going to attack Tylenol. This is so bad. But it really, it's like, it's actually not that, it doesn't seem that crazy to me. It doesn't, they're also not saying like, we are going to wage war on all drug companies. They're just saying there's a risk. We want you to be aware of it. This is sort of what we're seeing. I don't really understand why the instinct always has to be, and because they're questioning what is said right now, they're always evil and they're always against science. Like, that's the craziest part of all of this to me. Yeah. Only breakthroughs can happen under Democrats, apparently.
Well, yeah, only true science happens under Democrats. That was the funniest part. Like, it really got in the libs' brains when Trump rolled out the vaccine and Trump was touting the vaccine. There were liberals that waited until Biden was president to get vaccinated. And then they were like, I'm so glad I took Biden's vaccine. BK all day says, Jeremy, I don't know what it is, but I truly enjoy your show. Even when Melanie and Hannah Claire aren't there.
Oh,
Salty always shouts you out too. You should show us some. Yeah, shout out to Salty Cracker.
Jeremy's real twin.
My meth quartering. Shout out Salty Cracker. I love him. He was one of the OGs of Rumble too. And his wife is also really, really nice. And she'll like send me nice text messages. She's very professional. She'll be like, oh, we were just thinking of you. Hope you're doing all right. Like, you think Mrs. Quartering lore is deep. There's probably some Mrs. Cracker lore that's also pretty deep. I have, let's see here. This I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Mr. Kimmel, he had his big show back today. His show is supposed to come back today. It's a big deal. Everybody's happy. Drumpf totally owned, except for one thing. Except for over 100 channels have now said they will not air it. I want to grab this.
Do you feel vindicated, Jeremy? Because yesterday when this news broke, you were a little bit like, okay, I was wrong. Like,
it shook me to my core. I took a long walk outside and I drank raw maple syrup from the trees as I watched the leaves fall, and I thought contemplatingly as I stared at the sun setting, thinking that perhaps it was also setting on my career, because I have never gotten anything wrong before in my life, and this was a truly shocking moment.
No, but I thought like you really feel like I'm bullying you today, and perhaps I am.
I'm feeling
but
sensitive today. Maybe I'm on my menses.
maybe you should have one green like the rest of us.
Yeah.
No,
Jeez,
you wouldn't
that
feel so
never ends.
othered, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
No, but like yesterday we talked when we came out. You're like, okay, they're bringing him back, but also you were like, actually, it's kind of up to Sinclair because they're the ones who started this. Really, Disney didn't pull him, and then Sinclair reacted. Sinclair acted first.
Correct. Yeah, Sinclair and Nexstar both pulled him.
Mm-hmm.
So like, this is like it won't even air in LA.
That's so funny.
Uh-oh, Big Kimmel got him.
No, not Kimmel. Are you gonna watch
Damn it,
his
Kimmel! It's funny because when I get when I get booted, I can still hear you guys. Like it's just loads.
Oh.
So be careful.
Oh,
so
okay,
you know.
good to know.
Yeah. The
Melanie, are you gonna watch the Jimmy Kimmel show tonight?
No,
No.
thank you. I
Yeah.
will continue on my streak of not watching Jimmy Kimmel.
yeah, I
Me
think that.
too.
Yeah, Lono says, remember in the 50s, doctors were saying smoking was good for your health? Yeah. I'm not saying everything they say, not that they're saying this either, but it's not like, we're not saying everything doctors say is wrong, but it's also not automatically right. The
I've
science
heard
changes.
tobacco is also a lot different than what it used to be. Like,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't,
it didn't have all the chemicals in it now that it has
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
I-
tobacco used to just be the leaf.
I
you know?
went down some rabbit hole on that. I don't even smoke, but I went down a rabbit hole on it, and that like pure tobacco, like how it used to be, actually had some benefits. I don't know if that's true.
Well,
but
it might.
yeah.
Yeah, that probably a stretch. It probably has some good benefits, but smoking it is probably not good, kind of thing. Like
Right,
maybe
right.
there's something
Hurts
good
the
to it, but like,
Yeah. I don't condone smoking, guys. I was just
I
curious.
do. It was awesome, but
It was a
I
lifestyle.
recommend quitting. But
I think. Sorry, you
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, when I was growing up, I felt like the story was always like, yes, it's bad for your lungs, but also tobacco is treated with pesticides and all kinds of stuff. So you're like inhaling, you don't know what anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is like, again, there could be a lot of reasons to not do something. So like with Tylenol, maybe you take it, but maybe if you're concerned about it, you don't. Oh no, what are you doing, Jeremy? I don't
Oh,
like
Oh,
dear.
that was the wrong thing. Sorry, that was the wrong thing. Dingus Khan says, if you haven't already, check out the movie Dark Waters, a true story similar to Aaron Brockovich about how companies self-report to the EPA. Yeah, I've recommended that movie before. It's very good. I know it's Mark Ruffalo, but it is very good. You learn about BPHs and Teflon, basically. The company that was in charge of self-reporting the chemical runoff of the Teflon coating was DuPont, the company they were self-policing. So, and they still, I believe that lawyer in that movie is still alive, and they're still losing lawsuits to this day for, causing crazy birth defects and killing cattle and all this kind of stuff. That's why I went to ceramic on all my pots and pans from a company called Made. They're very, very nice, and they work crazy good. I know that the ceramic is like the new thing, and you don't have to buy Made. Like, I'm not sponsored by them, but like somebody showed me what they bought, like a ceramic as seen on TV thing, and I was like, that thing won't work. And then he showed me, and it like worked incredibly. I'm trying to remember. It was the one that's always on TV. I don't know. It's like copper colored and there's ceramic coating. Anyway, yeah, this woman called me a liar. Here's her profile picture. Here's her real picture. Anyway,
Oh.
I don't want to be involved in this. I'm getting tagged and stuff on X.
now you know what it's like being me and having Melanie work with me.
I just think I need to get spicy on my own, and then you guys have to deal with it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like when people tattle on Melanie, I just call them a, like I don't
There you
care.
go.
Like people are like, Jeremy, did you see what Melanie said about porn? And I'm like, I
That's
don't
what
give
they
a shit.
tattle on her about.
Yeah,
It's
that's
always
what they're
something
mad
stupid.
about. It's always
Yeah.
up to you. Can you believe Melanie has a Christian take on this
Right, yeah,
topic?
yeah, can you
wow,
believe Melanie
Melanie's
said-
anti-porn. Can you believe
Also,
that?
like, of all the things Melanie says, like that one is maybe not even that spicy. A
And
lot
it's
of
funny,
people
and
warn
that's
about
what-
the dangers of porn.
That's one of the biggest backlashes I've ever gotten was for being anti-porn. It's crazy.
Yeah, if
It's
you combine
wild.
that, people are very sensitive about the pornography.
They are.
And it's because it's an addiction. Like it's an addiction that a lot of men face on some level, including myself. Like, you start at a young age, you know, and it's bad, and you don't want people to say, hey, that's bad. It's like when I was smoking still, like having when you smoke, the worst, most annoying people ever are people who quit smoking. It's like, oh man, I'm so glad I quit. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know you quit, dude. I don't fucking care. Like the same thing with like porn, like people saying like, you know, that's bad for you. It's like, yeah, people know on a level. And so people get in their feelings about it a little bit. My position is to try to consume as little of it as possible. You know, meet somewhere between Melanie and me, because it just doesn't do anything good for your brain. It won't make you a better husband. It won't make you a better wife. It won't make you a better, more eligible bachelor. It won't make you a better lover. It won't make you a better anything. It's just completely bad. How about if I said it like this? The Jews control pornography. Think about that next time you're jerking off, fellas.
Man,
that's a thing that I'm not going to go down that
what
road.
a spicy
this
sentence.
The thing is, the Jew haters love saying all that, all of the anti-Semites. But here's the thing: is
Pornhub
the
owned by a
biggest
Jewish
porn
man,
is
though?
owned.
Yeah, see, it is Santa
No,
Clara.
the biggest porn company is owned by like an Arabian man or
No,
something.
Jew.
Like,
It's a Jew.
no,
Yes, it is.
it's actually an Arabian guy.
Fact check.
Oh,
Fact check.
Fact check.
Who owns?
they're typing. There's a typing war going on.
She's gonna.
It's a Muslim. It's Faraz
Oh,
Antoon.
What
Faraz
company?
Antoon. Oh, he's Arabic, Syrian, Canadian, French pornographer, and the co-owner and CEO of ILO, the world's largest pornography company. I'm telling you this.
Oh,
The
okay,
Jews
ILO.
have the biggest porn.
Well, they own
That's
Pornhub.
a lie. It's a lie. That's
So
actually an Arabian guy.
So Muslims and Jews both control the pornography industry. Muslims, actually, we don't know. He's Middle Eastern. He's probably not religious. If he was an actual practicing Muslim, it seems odd that he would own a porn company. But like, the guy that owns Pornhub is Jewish. Anyway, either way, if you don't like Muslims or you don't like Jews, that's a great way to quit jerking off.
Use your bigotry to save yourself. You know.
Yeah, whatever gets you off the porn, or at least reduces it. You know, just think, what is Melanie's catchphrase? God arms the retarded. What was it again?
God calls the retarded and equips them.
Yeah. See, you have. You need to have that T-shirt up so we can sell it on the show.
I need to
make some money.
I need to find a merch store that will let me.
Oh,
have
yeah, that's
that.
right. Yeah, that's right.
I will hand make these T-shirts for you. They're so funny.
I
Yeah.
need it. I
Also, because
already
you
have an
delivered
idea
it.
of a logo thingy I want to draw for
Really?
it. Like I just need a company that'll let me do it.
I'm going
Well,
to business with you. I'll send
Okay.
you. Just kidding. I'm not a professional.
I'll tell you what, my wife, because I have a hat thing, you know, my wife bought me for Christmas a hat press. I could make my own hats, like to put
Nice.
stuff on hats. It doesn't work that great. It works okay. Don't tell her I said that. It's like the only thing, like, I really like them with the etching, and it doesn't do that. It just puts like vinyl on hats or whatever. But it's great for a quick hat or funny hat I want to make. But T-shirt presses are not very expensive, Melanie. And then it's also a write-off. I'm just
maybe
saying.
I should do that because I've got all kinds of ideas that I've had that just these shops won't let me
You
have
could
on
just
there.
do like limited runs. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
true.
there's 50 of them and you get them or you don't.
Yeah.
Do a reverse auction. Like whoever pays
Okay.
the most gets the first shirt. And then like that's it. Like the top 50 bids are the only ones. You could probably censor retarded, and like I'd be more worried about payment processors, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just there are definitely shirts out there for sale that say retarded on them. Like 100%. Like I've seen them.
Yeah, maybe I could get away with that.
I think you could. Yeah, I really do. Like it's also like religious. It's not like disparaging people
Right.
with
It's
mental
I'm not-
retardation.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get away with it.
By the way, Ryan Routh was just found guilty. Did you guys even know his trial was going on?
Yeah, I did, partially because one of my favorite headlines came from NPR yesterday. Man accused of assassinating Donald Trump rests
I'll be right
own
back.
case.
By the way, the next 2 days, I'm going to
Oh.
have a lot of stupid interruptions. I have a huge window that's being replaced tomorrow, and the contractor's going to be here during the show. And today I have people coming in and out. But you carry this, I'll be
This
Okay.
man with his fancy coffee and his
I
name brand
know.
acetaminophen just coming and going with
His
window.
his personal massage
Oh
person.
my gosh, it's crazy. He has all these amenities and apparently no time. No, I'm just kidding. I'm grateful to be here. Don't send me feedback. Okay, how much do you remember about Ryan Routh, Melanie?
Not that much. I is this
You want a
about?
refresher?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, so Ryan Routh was the man who was found in the bushes on outside of Mar-a-Lago on the golf course. Like Trump was like a hole away, so Secret Service goes forward to
And that
clear
was
the area.
like, was that right after the assassination attempt where the bullet actually?
Yeah, it was I
Grazed
think
him?
2
Okay.
months after
Okay.
the Butler PA, which that one was like shot, fired, hit, like more serious in the consequences to Trump. This one, they spotted, I believe, the barrel of his gun and then cleared the area. I guess he had been there for like 12 hours. It was kind of weird because it was like he had left a box with all kinds of weird messages at his friend's house. He had kind of a weird, like, it wasn't totally clear where he was from. But he decided ultimately to represent himself in federal court. Always a bold choice.
Wow. Okay.
And he was just found guilty of the attempted assassination.
Wow. What's that going to mean for him?
I believe that he is going to jail. I don't know if it's for life or longer. Let me look. Let me scan through some articles.
I think we need some more death penalties. Like, I just do. I think we need to start making examples of these people. And I mean, this is an actual assassination attempt on our president. Like, come on. That's what I think.
I agree. I mean, I think what's interesting is that, okay, so he was found he pled not guilty to all 5 charges against him.
What was his defense? Like, what was he claiming he was doing in the bushes?
Well, it's not really clear to me, and I didn't watch the trial every single day. I know that he called like a former Marine sniper as like a witness testimony, but it like to.
Oh no, Big Bush's got her. I don't know what to...
Ryan Routh, you were found guilty. You gotta let me talk. I guess the Marine sniper was to say like that he couldn't have actually carried this out. It's not clear. This is from the NPR article that I was reading yesterday. So the sniper's name is Michael McClay, and the article says in questioning McClay, Routh seemed to indicate that an attempt on Trump's life may have been planned while he was golfing on the 5th hole, not on the green of the 6th hole. Routh asked whether wouldn't it be more fitting, quote, to use a rifle scope, and McClay said yes. Like, it doesn't really make sense what his defense was. I think you see this a lot when it happens with people who are defending themselves. Like, he's trying to say this idea that I had attempted to kill him doesn't make sense because there's a better way to do it. That didn't really seem like a good defense to me.
Wow.
He seems like a crazy guy to me.
Yeah.
Who, Ryan Routh?
Yeah.
It's so crazy that there was no coverage of this trial. Like,
yeah, that's wild, because I didn't even hear anything about this.
There's been coverage, but it's like been very quiet, and also Routh defended himself, which I think makes a lot of journalists like not want to look at it because it's like, oh, okay, so we know how this is going to go.
Right. Nobody ever wins. I mean, I think it's funny that while we've now descended to the Super Mario popped out of a warp pipe and assassinated Charlie Kirk level of research on the right, nobody talked about this trial. But I will say that, like, I mean, fine. He got found guilty. Like, not surprised. He got taken alive. I guess I'm just glad it was a quick trial and got done. Like, I mean, that's probably the only way you can feel about it. You know, it's just a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, some trials, they take years to come to fruition. This one, were basically, he was found on the golf course in September of last year, I believe. So we're around exactly 1 year out.
Done. In and out, I mean, we won't have a trial we'll probably never have a trial on the Kirk assassination. But
I hope you're wrong. I hope we do. I feel like You know me. I love getting answers via
Right.
legal systems.
I know. I do. I mean, I do too. I would love to cover it too. But you know, that trial won't start for years, if it ever does. Like, I don't think we're going to get justice in a year with that guy in Utah. Some viewer comments, by the way. Thank you guys for being so generous today. Rubber Toe says, feeling sensitive today. You can see the testosterone leaving Jeremy's body by the minute. Astrocast is the best cast. It's true. It's true. I am transitioning. Minnetonka for me says, Jeremy, my friends will print anything you want. They are based and cheap as fuck. Just don't do fulfillment. I'll send you an email. Okay, you can send it.
Oh.
Yeah, fulfillment isn't a problem if you're only filling 30 or 40 orders, but if it's a bunch, then it starts to suck ass. But it's a good problem to have. Commander Kim says, it was a Jew who declared he wanted to get porn into every house in America when VHS was invented. Think he had good intentions? Well, maybe it has nothing to do with him being Jewish, to be honest. Maybe he just had bad intentions. That's one of my all-time favorite factoids. I think I've said this on the show before, and I probably already gave away the answer, but like, people who aren't old, like Melanie and I, nowadays, people will never understand the format wars. But in our lifetime, we had Laserdisc and what was the other? Laserdisc versus, they were both big. Laserdisc and what was Laserdisc battling?
Like
Forget.
Blu-ray versus DVD.
Well,
You're
no, it
so
was
young.
before that.
No, way before that. Laserdisc. Well, it was VHS versus Betamax. And then it was, I think Laserdisc came out. Then it was like I should look that up because it's fascinating.
I forgot. Yeah.
I know one of the reasons Blockbuster
Video disc, HD DVD versus Blu-ray.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one of the reasons Blockbuster ended up folding is because they were kind of competing with Netflix when they started shipping out the DVDs. And Netflix was doing that even when DVDs weren't that common because it's so cheap to ship them. And Blockbuster was like, we're sticking with VHS. People aren't going to change and go to DVD. And by the time...
Big DVD got her.
Yeah, she's right. Yeah, by the time they figured out that everyone changed format, it was too late. Like that's exactly correct.
I'm being oppressed.
Yeah, I finished your point. I got it. I brought you. It was an alley-oop. Yeah, every major format battle in history was decided by pornography. Like the porn industry chose VHS. That's why Betamax went away. The porn industry chose DVD. That's why whatever DVD. What was the other one? DVD versus I forget. DVD was what was DVD battling? It was so old. Oh, VCD versus Laserdisc. Thank you, fellow old head. Yeah, VCD versus Laserdisc. It was all porn. Porn decided every major format battle in history. Nowadays, there is no format really, other than
I mean, the internet was the final format, right?
Yeah, the final format was the internet or cloud, basically, and DVD didn't really have a competitor. Yes, that's true. DVD was kind of its own thing, and then it was HD DVD versus Blu-ray, I think, if I remember right. But
I think so, because PlayStation had Blu-ray, and then the Xbox at the time had HD DVD, and the Blu-ray won.
Yeah. So yeah, Ryan Routh, good. The other story I had was, so Kimmel was set to return today, and then basically the same I'm actually shocked that both Sinclair and Nexstar said, actually, we're good. Like,
so he's not returning today?
I mean,
he's returning, but
to?
he's not going to have distribution in 18 plus states.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
So his already low viewership is.
Yeah, he has no chance. Yeah, he has no chance to. Well, I mean, what do you think this means now, though? Like, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
I mean, I think the big question is he going to apologize? Because that was one of the things Sinclair had said, like, we'll bring him back if he apologizes and donates to Turning Point.
It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't apologize and he tries to make himself seem like a martyr in this situation. And he's going to probably just try to appease those who already were defending him and trying to make him their Charlie Kirk, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be, I imagine it'll be an insufferable show, and it's probably just going to be those people who were boycotting for him, some of the celebrities and all of that.
Is it true that Gavin Newsom is going to be on the show?
Is he? Oh,
Let me double
wow.
check. I
That
saw
would not
something about that, but like
surprise me.
it wasn't it was like a post I saw on X. I'm not sure. I'll look. The thing is, so it's like every step of the show he has a choice, but of course the big one is the opening monologue. Like, do you acknowledge what happened and apologize? Do you acknowledge what happened and double down? Do you talk about politics going forward? Do you give that up? Like, it could change the shape of the show. I fundamentally don't think even if he's back right now, he's back forever. Like, you and I have talked about this. Late night shows are kind of fading out. They're not that popular. They cost a lot of money. So
Exactly. And he was already not pulling in good viewership anyway. They just needed a reason at this
Mhm.
point to get rid of him, and they had a reason. So, it's like he might have some of those like some libs who are trying to support him when he comes back, but if he does stay back for a bit, like, that viewership's just going to drop again, because that's the thing. All these things that these people advocate for, these woke advocates, they don't even watch this stuff. Like,
Right.
you look at certain Disney movies and stuff that were super woke, and yeah, if you looked on Twitter or something, it looked like, oh wow, this is good. A lot of people are really trying to support this, but then the viewership was terrible. And that's the thing, is these things that these people pretend to support, they don't support them. They're not watching them.
Right. I think to your point, there might be a surge tonight where people who are
Yeah.
curious about what happened watch. But I don't think this is like the revival of the Kimmel night show. I don't think that this is changing the format long term of late night TV. I can't confirm. I don't see anything saying that Gavin Newsom's on, so it's probably just a rumor I saw on X.
Okay.
Gavin Newsom did say this was like a win for free speech, which again,
Wow.
like, I don't think that is, so many people get canceled or get taken off of shows for doing stuff that people don't approve of. Like Shane Gillis, right? He got poached or pulled out of SNL for jokes that people thought were not okay in his past. And none of these people cared about free speech then.
Yeah,
That's why I
Kimmel
really
would
think-
celebrate when people were getting deplatformed or taken off of shows and things like that. If they
Right.
had any sort of right rhetoric, and he would celebrate that. But then it's just
Then
a
he
huge
gets it-
double standard. Now all of a sudden, more free speech.
Right. And I mean, I feel like whichever network canceled Colbert must be so happy they did it when they did, because like, yeah, there was a little bit of like, well, the network just settled a lawsuit with Trump. But for the most part, everyone was like, yeah, it does seem like it's mostly a business decision. Like,
Yeah,
I bet this was more a business decision than anything else, that the show
exactly.
isn't successful and that they didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Yep. And they finally just had their reason. So they
What do you
jumped on
think?
it.
I don't. Did you grow up like watching late night TV? I know it's a thing. for a lot
Not
of people.
really, no. It's like, I remember my mom would watch a little bit, and I'd just like, when I was a kid, I'd see her watching it, but not really. Even then, for the most part, just wasn't super much like a thing, unless it's like, oh look, cool, they have this band playing tonight. You have
Yeah.
some sort of cool appearance, or you'd see it just seemed to be mostly centered around, oh, here's a celebrity that's promoting their movie they're about to be
Right.
in. But I think what we really have seen, especially with the rise of independent content creation, we're used to seeing a lot more authenticity now. And so whenever we see these celebrities getting on there just to promote their movies, and then they're telling these stories, and then it just feels so fake and scripted, and then it's just like,
Right.
I don't want to watch this. I would rather just watch a YouTuber, honestly.
Have you ever seen, because obviously like Johnny Carson was the big late night show, and it sort of was Johnny Carson, and then over time it's evolved and they've all tried to adopt, I guess, similar or modified versions of his model. And I think at that time, when we did, to your point, when we didn't have the internet and there was sort of there were fewer ways to get exposure if you were an up and coming artist or, band or promoting a movie, like, then it did have a lot of power. There's a clip of Dolly Parton singing this song on the Johnny Carson show about how, like, the line in the chorus is, "I never would have made it if it wasn't for the Johnny Carson show,
Right.
because that like gave her a big break. And I feel like we have really moved away from that being the purpose of these shows. Instead, it is sort of like, I don't know, overexposed celebrities who have a movie. Like it's not like there's anything. It doesn't feel innovative to me. And again, I didn't grow up watching
Right.
them, so I don't really know the appeal. But they seem like they're all the same.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's just at that point, like used to, it was like, okay, that's what really carried the viewership was the celebrities and all of that. Well, then why would you want to watch a celebrity when you can just watch people keep it real online, and you can see people not just like, because that's the thing, a lot of these celebrities and actors and stuff, it's their job to act. And a lot of these people have been doing this since they were little kids. And so some of them don't even know, they don't even have a personality because they just grew up from a very young age just being taught to pretend to be somebody else.
Yeah.
And so if you just want to learn more about your favorite celebrity and then you find out, wait, they don't even have a personality. And so everything they're going to do is going to be scripted, is going to be an act. It's just not authentic.
Yeah, even in the interviews, like they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Well, we heard that you got mistaken for, whoever one time." Like they already have all of the little like anecdotes of
They
celebrities themselves.
do.
It's not like it's an organic like exchange.
Oh, it's all set up. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they bring celebrities on, they're like, "Oh, I heard a fun fact about you," and it's like, "Wait, you obviously like, like, oh, it was a funny story about when you were a kid," and the actors are like, "Oh yeah, that's interesting," and then they have it like a perfect response, all keyed up and like ready to go. It's like, yeah, you guys aren't real. Ace Times says I'm old enough. That was the channel changer, UHF, VHF TV with the antenna on the roof. I mean, I had that too. I'm that old. I still have physical media, CDs, records, DVDs, etc. Yeah, I still collect records, even though they're not as fun to collect nowadays. They used to be awesome to collect when you could get them for $1 at like half price books. I would take almost any record that wasn't damaged. And now, thanks to yuppie culture, like they have eBay prices. Any of these secondhand shops, like they just check eBay. Like it used to be fun to go find like, oh, this is a rare record. Now it's like, oh, here's a rare record, and then you pull it out. Everything's a nickel around it, and it's like $75. I'm like, oh, okay, so over on Rumble, Arm the Retarded says, HCB, your hair looks great. Melanie, let's get married. I'm 6 foot tall, very handsome, and live on an island. Okay, I mean, do you follow Jesus? Is Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior, though? I mean, let's start.
You forgot the top line in the application here, buddy.
Yeah, that's the first question. And we all know that these requests go through Hannah Claire and me first.
You have to email Jeremy first, and you have to submit a headshot, like a full body shot.
Yes,
Stay close,
some pay stubs,
and we just need more.
I need to see your credit score. Yeah.
We vet, then Jeremy and I select who goes on to the second round, which is all of the male relatives Melanie has, her dad, her brothers.
Yeah, they've got to vet everything.
You got to be committed to the process.
And now that I'm also Melanie's dad, that's the same person.
Exactly.
So you have to step.
He gets a second vote. It's crazy.
Jeremy, sometimes I have to mute you when you start saying, like. That's, hey, I understand, like. Commander Kim, Obama got Jay Leno canceled for Obama jokes. His ratings were going through the roof. Jimmy Kimmel and writer wife canceled themselves for not an unwatchable late night comedy show. That's actually true. People forgot that, like, Leno tried to play it down the center, and he took a lot of heat when he would, like, Leno is kind of a Republican. He's as, like, Republican as you get in
like
Hollywood.
Moderate in a normal way?
Yeah, he's normal, you know?
Right.
I remember that was like a big hullabaloo when he was making fun of Obama. People were like, our brown god? What? You can't make fun of Obama?
But I thought Obama was so cool and hip. I thought he was fun and behind it.
This isn't hope. This is crazy. You can't say anything. You can't say Barack Obama murdered American citizens in a drone strike. You can't say that. What do you guys make of this? So Google admits today in a filing with the Oversight Committee, Jim Jordan's Oversight Committee, that they were in fact not only like banning people on YouTube who had not actually broken terms of service, but they were doing so at the behest and constant badgering of the Biden administration.
Oh,
This is a pretty big deal. And they have also, perhaps most importantly, promised that all of those accounts will be reinstated.
Oh,
Is it like caveat if they ask for it, or is it like we're doing it no matter what?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I did notice that Gavin McInnes was reinstated to X after Charlie Kirk's assassination. I think Elon Musk has been re-red pilled now. Because there were a few holdouts that I would bring up to Elon too, like, hey, how come Gavin doesn't have his account back? You know,
Right.
like why doesn't he have his account? Or there's still a lot of people that are banned on X that, you know, people kind of just forgot about. But
My mom was banned on X for talking about election interference.
and full frontal nudity.
At Elon Musk, bring back Jeremy's wife and
And
Melanie's
I'm like,
mom.
why did they not bring my mom's account back?
Well, I'll work on that. Yeah,
Okay.
it's actually it was crazy when Elon was like, everybody's unbanned, but then like tens of thousands of people weren't unbanned. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, why didn't you just unban everybody?
Yeah, she was followed by Roseanne Barr and all that. Like, she had some big people following her because she's like, she was really good on X. But yeah,
She's a good woman. Lyman to
Yeah.
Coconut says, I was a big fan of Conan and was disappointed when he broke his usual silence on politics to say Kimmel was suspended for criticizing Trump, not for lying, and everyone with a conscience should condemn it. Yeah, I mean, Conan has avoided politics, which is what I like most about him. He was my all-time favorite late night show host, but he has kind of gone to that. Like, remember when he went to Cuba? It was like, Cuba's not a garbage place or whatever. And people are like,
Wasn't it Haiti?
actually, or Haiti. Yeah, Haiti. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. That was kind of like a weird, I feel like that was
Cuba
like,
caught a stray.
yeah, sorry, Cuba. You're just a
Wait,
floating
you-
island of garbage.
Cuba.
They're the floating island of garbage, right? Like they make so much garbage and they don't know how to get rid of it. I think isn't that, is that Puerto Rico? That's Puerto Rico, I think. Sorry, Cuba. You're good.
All
Cuba,
the
you're
island
good.
nations are about to cancel Jeremy.
Well, Cuba is
Yeah.
still a communist dictatorship, so I'm not exactly going to
Okay.
apologize, but yeah, Puerto Rico's the floating island of garbage, and Haiti was also, you know, the place where that guy was eating people.
Oh yeah.
Rough.
Yeah. I can't remember if Conan if he was trying to own Trump with that, or if he just happened to go to Haiti. I don't know, but Haiti is not great. But anyway, yeah, it's whoa, Nazi much. I think this is a good move. We'll have to see. My initial thing was like, oh, are they going to unban Alex? Are they going to unban Nick Fuentes? I went back and both accounts were actually banned for hate speech. So I don't know that I would count on them coming back. I initially this morning was like, well, if they're going to unban these people, you know, they made a big thing about free speech, I should bring back. And I'm no fan of Nick Fuentes, but he
Right.
should have a platform. And I don't think I've ever heard him incite violence like Hassan Piker. I can't be totally sure, but maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. But like, you know, him
this
and
bothers me. There
Alex.
are tons. Go ahead.
I was just saying, him and Alex, certainly two big names that were banned from YouTube. Dan Bongino, I'm pretty sure he was banned from YouTube if I remember correctly. I think he was. I mean, basically, most big Rumble accounts were banned on YouTube, so they should be brought back.
Well, there was like a wave of people. Like, remember when Parler was growing so quickly because all kinds of people were getting
It
pushed
would have
off.
surpassed X if the government didn't collude. If Amazon and the government didn't collude. I remember. I'll never like. You picked a scab because like I remember when I was on Parler, I had like 300,000 followers in like 2 weeks. And I was getting like 10, 15,000 interactions on my tweets, and I was like, "This is crazy." Our parlays. I'm like, "This is crazy." Like, this is what not being censored is like. My ideas are even on X reach blows. Like very rarely, like unless I like dunk on somebody's looks or something like that, I still will only get like 100 likes, even though I have 400,000 people following me. And it's like, nobody sees my shit that I post on there unless it goes viral. It's either all or nothing. But Parler was crazy good. And then the government was like, well, I think a J6 user used it. And Amazon Web Services, you got to ban them Microsoft, you got to ban them. And that was the end of that chapter.
When
It
do
was
we
just
get
done.
an investigation into that? I mean, I don't think you could bring Parler back, but I would like more official.
They tried, and then they were just selling like Melania Trump Bitcoin or whatever bullshit scams. Like they kept emailing me every day.
Which is awful. I mean, the reality is there are, I think, kind of two categories of people who get removed from X and other places where it's like you get a vague notice being like, you violated our terms of service, and they never tell you why, and they won't explain it, and then, you know, you're just gone. And then there's like, oh, we think you said some hate speech because generally we think that's your thing.
Yeah.
And I think in
It's a
both
catch-all.
cases,
Yeah.
right. And I think in both cases, it's actually most likely abuse of power. And in this case, as we now know, pressure from the government. It's like, find a reason because we want this outcome. You know, same people who are upset about free speech, you know, like
Right.
Kamala Harris tweeting about like Jimmy Kimmel getting canceled is a violation of free speech.
Obama tweeted that
Come
shit
to Congress
too.
and talk about this. Like
Yeah.
both of you, round them all up.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to bring back Kimmel, fine. But, you know, where were you when Tucker Carlson got deplatformed? Where were you when Alex Jones got deplatformed? Where were you when Nick Fuentes got deplatformed? Where were you when you got...
They proved it, Jeremy. Like, that's all they could say to justify it themselves, which is whack.
Yeah, right. I want to give you guys a second to let the people know where they can find you. I've got, like I said, I've got an annoying... I've got crap going on today and tomorrow, but then we'll be back to kind of like a regular... like today's show will be a little bit shorter. And, but the... and tomorrow I've got a doctor's appointment. I think I should be back in time.
You're fancy. You have health insurance and windows.
Yeah, I'm using it. I'm just
buy name brand drugs.
Well, I hit my whatchamacallit, you know, my deductible. So now it's like now I'm like, what else can I get done?
All right.
What else can I get tested? Yeah, where can they find your guys' stuff and how can they support you?
You go first, Melanie.
All right. You guys can find me at Bible Time with Melanie Mack, where I've got Bible verse of the day every single day. And I also upload Bible-based topics there. And then you can also follow me on my gaming streams at Melanie Mack, or if you just look up Melanie Mack gaming streams. I'm going to be playing some more Tomb Raider. And then once Silent Hill F drops, I will be streaming that. So it'll be a good time.
Very cool.
Silent Hill F drops. Oh, F. Yeah. Silent Hill F.
Yeah.
Terrible name. Terrible name. Terrible name.
I think you guys should all go follow Melanie, and that way when she does her limited release t-shirts, you can put your paws on them. I'm very excited about those. I'm Hannah Claire B on Rumble, on YouTube, and on X. It's all one word. I put up videos about news and cultural analysis. I was going to do a video yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw a story about Ron Wyden, the senator from Oregon. His wife is being sued after her personal assistant apparently took his own life after their children bullied him and like did all kinds of crazy things.
Of course,
but I recorded the video and I just didn't like it. It didn't feel good. But I'll have something else up this week. So if you want to figure out whatever I'm going to talk about this week, it's Hannah Claire B, Rumble, YouTube, and X. Thanks as always for all the support.
Oh, nice. Colomac says, bring back Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, I like Craig Ferguson.
He was okay. Yeah. I mean, I think that the big overarching thing, just like kind of like the autism, there's always like kind of also an undercurrent of stuff. And it's like, it's probably the vaccine schedule, but there are other things. With like the late night stuff, it's pretty clearly that the world has moved on from that format. Mm-hmm. And like, quite frankly, 1 million views on YouTube pays nothing compared to what 1 million views on terrestrial TV pays. Like 1 million views on YouTube might pay $2,000 to $3,000. If you have 1 million viewers on your late night show, you're making 30 million. You know what I mean? Like, no, maybe not 30 million, but 3 to 4 million, you know, just in your ads and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, these people could never, I saw, what's her name? She's kind of like D-list celebrity comedian. She wrote Two Broke Girls. She kind of has base moments every once in a while. She was like, well, Jimmy Kimmel will just go to YouTube and he'll be fine. I'm like, girl, you don't understand what the struggle is out here. You're used to like TV money. Like I talk about that for a 3-minute segment I went to do for the Today Show. They spent like 50 grand for a 3 minute. They bought a brand new claw machine and just threw it away. Like,
Yeah.
the kind of money that they make on TV. I mean, the guys, those like big, like the people that host these like news shows that are even in big markets, not even national, have like 10, 20, $30 million yearly salaries. You know, Stephen Colbert makes 40 million a year, 50 million a year. If that's how much they're making, are paying just him, not the other 1,000 people that work for the show. Think about how much money they had to be making on ads. So she's like, oh yeah, he'll be fine on YouTube. I'm like, yeah. When he puts out his first million view video and he makes $3,000, or he says a naughty word and it gets demonetized, he'll give up real quick, like they always do. They always give up. Pinochet says, I survived my triple turn quadruple bypass Wednesday. I remember released yesterday. I was in the pharmacy buying Tylenol for pain. The press conference yesterday. Good thing I'm already autistic. Yeah, you can't triple stamp a double stamp.
And you're
So I
not
think you're
pregnant.
good.
You know, it doesn't apply to you.
Maybe if you take enough Tylenol, you will not be autistic anymore. Like
My
maybe
kids will
Tylenol.
now.
Yeah.
What
you
are they
can't-
saying is like the cure? Some kind of form of folate?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's not a cure. They just say it manages the symptoms. So because the big pharma doesn't cure anything, Hannah Claire.
Look, I feel
If
like
you think
RFK, if
they
anyone,
haven't-
would be like, here's the secret vegetable to life. You know what I mean?
If people think that big pharma hasn't already cured AIDS and cured like in some form cancer, I've got a bridge to sell you. Like look at nowadays, very few people, like the survival rate, the amount of people that like live a very long time with cancer is insane now, because it's just much better to keep you treated forever. And I mean, cancer, I guess, is a harder thing probably to cure versus HIV and AIDS, but like there's no money in curing it. There's only money in treating it. That's why nobody cures anything. It's like there are very few things that you can like cure if you really think about it. It's always like,
That's sad.
oh, do you
What a
get
like
gout?
horrible way to live. Being like, we'd rather
Right.
you stay just sick enough where we can keep you alive to keep paying.
Yeah. I mean, like, look, like I get gout once in a while. I'm like, well, you could just take this pill every day. It's like, well, no, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Or like, people have, I don't know, any number of these diseases that are non-terminal. You mean to tell me that we've cured none of them? We've cured none of them. We have no idea what to do with rheumatoid arthritis. We have no idea what to do with, obviously, okay, cancer. I feel like that's more difficult to cure, but like any of these, I mean, there's millions of diseases that people have to take, freaking Lyme's disease, all this shit. Like, here, just take a pill for the rest of your life, and then sign up for treatment. And then, and then we'll see. My uncle is going through chemotherapy right now, and he is in a fortunate financial position to where he could go to like Mayo Clinic. He could go to the real deal. And they basically told him, I think, like, I may get these exact numbers wrong, but you'll get the idea. His actual doctor wanted him to go through like 20 rounds of chemo or 18 rounds of chemo or something like that. And when he went to Mayo, they're like, oh no, you only need to do 12 maximum. And when he asked why, like, his friend went through so many rounds, and they're like, it's a cash grab.
Right.
It's because they said it's because his insurance approved 20 rounds. And that's why he went through 20 rounds. Not because that's what was actually required. It's like there are ghouls. I mean, here's something everybody can relate to.
And
How many
chemo's
people?
not a joke. Like, it makes you
It's
so
poison.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, and thankfully he's already pretty old, and basically the doctor said, you're not going to die from cancer. Like, you'll just die from something else, so I know that sounds morbid, but like, what's that?
Sort of comforting.
Well, I mean, it's basically, hey, this cancer's not going to shorten your life. I mean, that's not bad. But like, I mean, remember COVID? How many hospital administrators probably made millions of dollars because they were getting the extra, what was it, 38 grand or 40 grand in federal government
Yeah.
just to say you died from COVID?
Yep.
Everybody who died in a motorcycle accident was dying from COVID. Like, we never investigated that. Like,
No, it's crazy. There were all these reports of like the numbers coming down and people stopped reporting.
once the money went away. Yeah, once the money went away, suddenly the COVID mortality rate plummeted. Gee,
Yeah.
I'm not saying people didn't die from it, okay, censors, But I'm saying when you financially incentivize, like somebody could have had asymptomatic COVID, it wasn't what killed them. Every hospital administrator was putting down that they died from COVID because it was free money from the government.
I remember specifically reporting on the revisions to the numbers from Massachusetts. It was like several months into the pandemic. I believe it was Massachusetts. And like some of the examples were like someone who had been diagnosed with COVID but died in a car accident.
Yes.
And they'd be like, well, it's COVID related. It's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, all those numbers were crazy. And like even the cases, you know, how many were asymptomatic? You know, how many were, I remember when they were like, oh, the hospitals are overflowing. And then I drove by my hospital and it was empty because they basically canceled all non-essential things to deal with COVID and there was no one there. I'm not saying people weren't in the hospital for COVID, but I'm saying I never saw an overflowed hospital. Now, maybe in New York, briefly, I remember they sent that Navy hospital ship and they never even treated one patient, if I remember correctly, or they treated like 2 patients. They made a big show of sending the Navy hospital ship there. And I'm pretty sure they only treated the captain or somebody who was on the ship that got COVID or something like that. They never even took that, so like, I'm very distrusting of healthcare and it sucks because at some point you're going to have to take a leap of faith and hope that you have one of the good doctors because good doctors definitely exist. I think my doctor's pretty good. Yeah, I remember when she was like, do you want the COVID vaccine? I'm like, nah, I'm good. She's like, cool. Like she wasn't weird about it. She didn't, but I heard lots of other stories where people are like, oh, you should really get it. They made my dad get it and my mom. Commander Kim, the African leader, rubbed COVID tests on the goat and mango and came back positive for COVID. Oh, I don't doubt that. Okay. With that, we're going to kick you over to the great ostrich crisis that you need to know about. Viva Fry is letting everybody know about the ostriches, the ostrich genocide. You need to know about it. Go say hi to Viva Fry. We got to end a little early today, but I'm going to make it up to you guys with a Saturday stream. And then obviously we'll have the regular show. And tomorrow might be a little weird, but then Thursday and Friday will be good too. So
and Astrocast comes back on Thursday. So
yeah, but Melanie won't be here.
I've got a birthday party to go to.
Yeah, Melanie won't be here.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I know.
We'll find
You have
another
any social life outside this stream? I don't understand.
We'll have another egg-bearing citizen. See if we can have him fill in. I reached out to Lauren Chen to see if she would fill in.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we'll see what she says. So with that, everyone, go say hi to Viva, and we will see you tomorrow, same time. Bye, all.